The Attack of the Dead Men. Introduction. Setting the stage for war. The story begins in the dark days of World War I, when empires clashed across continents in one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. The Eastern Front was a theater of constant bloodshed, where the German army sought to break through Russian defenses. At the heart of this struggle stood Osowiec Fortress, located in what is now northeastern Poland. Osowiec was more than a mere stronghold. It was a fortress of hope for the Russian army, and a thorn in the side of the German military machine. Its walls had withstood months of heavy bombardment, and its defenders had proven time and again their resolve to hold the line. However, war was evolving, and with it came terrifying new weapons. The stage was set for one of the most horrifying and bizarre moments in history: the fortress and its defenders. Osowiec Fortress was a marvel of military engineering. Its location, surrounded by natural defenses like marshes and rivers, made it nearly impossible to capture. The Germans, recognizing its strategic importance, spared no effort in their attempts to breach it. Day after day, their heavy artillery pounded the fortress, reducing its outer walls to rubble. Inside the fortress, conditions were dire. The Russian defenders, mostly young soldiers with limited supplies, were outnumbered and outgunned. Morale was strained but not broken. For months, they held their positions under relentless fire, knowing that surrender was not an option. They were the last line of defense against the German advance. The turn to chemical warfare. By the summer of 1915, frustration was mounting within the German command. Conventional tactics had failed to break the Russian resolve. Desperate for a breakthrough, they decided to deploy a new and horrifying weapon: poison gas. At dawn on August 6, 1915, the Germans unleashed their chemical attack. A toxic cloud of chlorine and bromine gas, tinged yellow-green, rolled toward the fortress. The gas attacked its victims' lungs, burning their throats and causing excruciating pain. The Russians had no protective equipment, only improvised cloths soaked in water or urine to shield their faces. For the defenders inside Osowiec, it was hell on earth. The gas left many writhing in agony, their lungs scorched and their bodies convulsing. The survivors, though alive, were severely weakened, coughing blood and struggling to breathe. The German advanced in an unexpected counterattack, convinced that the defenders were either dead or too incapacitated to resist. The Germans launched their infantry assault. Thousands of troops marched confidently toward the shattered fortress, expecting little more than token resistance. What they encountered instead was the stuff of nightmares. Out of the smoke and rubble, a group of Russian soldiers emerged. Their faces were grotesquely disfigured by the gas, their uniforms in tatters, and their movements slow and labored. Blood dripped from their mouths, and their skin bore the marks of chemical burn. Despite their horrific injuries, they charged forward, bayonets fixed, their cries a mixture of defiance and agony. The Germans were paralyzed with fear. To many, the advancing Russians seemed like the undead, risen from the grave to exact vengeance. Chaos erupted in the German ranks as the panic spread. Soldiers fled in terror, abandoning their weapons and retreating in disarray. The Russians, though vastly outnumbered, managed to drive the Germans back. Their counterattack, however brief, bought valuable time and struck a psychological blow to the enemy. The aftermath and legacy: though the defenders of Osowiec eventually withdrew, their stand became a symbol of extraordinary resilience and courage. The Attack of the Dead Men, as it came to be known, highlighted the horrors of chemical warfare and the indomitable spirit of soldiers forced to endure the unendurable. The battle also marked a turning point in the public perception of chemical weapons. The use of poison gas was condemned worldwide, even as it continued to be employed throughout the war. Today, the story of Osowiec Fortress and its defenders remains a powerful testament to human bravery in the face of overwhelming odds. It serves as a chilling reminder of the extremes of war and the cost of survival.